This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Kunana. Now, in this show, we talk about everything under the sun. And tonight, we're talking about travel and jobs in the aviation industry. And, you know, guys, all of us love to travel. We love to go to places. And the best way is really to just jump on a plane and hop to our favorite destination. Tonight, we're going to look closely at the jobs that make these trips for us possible and make it possible for us to arrive safe, alive, and well. And joining us on the show are two very special guests from the aviation services industry. On my right is Jackie Hobson, and she is the Global CREACT Training Director, joined by Christian Daniel Rivera, DPR PATS President. Chris, Jackie, welcome to Philippines Uncut.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you very much. And you know, this is actually a show I've been wanting to do for a long time because, you know, I'm a frequent traveler, and like many, we only see that facet of travel, the consumer side, no. But we don't really see, or we don't really know much about the jobs of the people who really make these trips possible, the behind the scenes. You know, it's one big production, no? And coming together to make it possible, as I said in my spiel, for us to make safe trips all over the world now. Let's start with introductions. Let's start with Chris. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Christian Rivera, just as I said, and we're working on, we're in maintenance school in Bulacan. So basically, what we do is train students and train professionals, aviation personnel to become qualified and continuously be qualified to maintain aircrafts.
Okay, and DPR PATS, tell us a bit about the school. Is this an old school, an old training center?
Yeah, the DPR PATS has been in the industry for 35 years.
Wow.
Yes, and it started as a flight school, as Pilipinas Air Club. It was founded by my late father, Daniel Pacheco Rivera, and from then on, we keep on developing the school to become top in the industry of aviation maintenance.
Okay, so you started as a flight school.
Yes.
But this is something that the school isn't involved in anymore.
As of now, yes.
You've moved to the maintenance side of it, the maintenance MRO, maintenance repair overhaul side.
That's correct.
Okay, and DPR stands for your father's name,
Yes.
obviously. So DPR PATS, and DPR PATS is the partner of Global Creates, which is the company naman that Jackie represents. Okay, Jackie, let's move to you. Very interesting story. Let's talk about you first personally. I understand you're a pilot.
Yes, just a private pilot for now. I'm focusing on being part of this Global Creates as the training director because I can see that through this we can help a lot of people, especially in the industry of aviation mechanics and what have you. So.
All right, before we jump in, let's talk about your interest in aviation. I mean, with Chris, obviously your family's been in this business. It's family business,
Yes,
your
that's
aviation.
correct.
So it goes back to your father's time, and your father was a long time pilot as well. And all
Yes,
that,
that's
no?
correct.
But in your case, what got you into flying, into aviation?
Just like Sir Chris, we are a family of pilots also. So my grandfather used to be with CAA.
CAA.
It's the former CAAP now. It's
okay.
CAAP.
It used to be the Civil Aviation Authority.
Yes,
Yeah.
before. Probably in the 70s.
Then it became ATO,
Yes.
right? Air Transportation Office, and now it's the
It's
CAAP.
CAAP.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So it started from there, and even from my fathers who I have not met yet, but they're pilots also, from my uncles. So I'm just the first female in the family. So I hope I am doing a good job.
Are there many like you, like females who take up flying?
Yes.
Did you take this up as you wanted it to be a career, or was it like a hobby or something for fun?
For now, I am enjoying it just for fun. In time, when I develop probably a few hundred hours more, then it will be a possibility that I will join the airlines. But it's just for fun now. It's a hobby. My uncles are flying. I joyride with them.
You do
So,
solo flights for sure.
yes.
How many hours do you have solo?
For now, I only have 42 hours. So I'm just in the private pilot stage. So I can't focus yet because, of course, there's the side job that I have, focusing on training director.
How many hours does one need to move from being a private pilot to, let's say, commercial?
You need about 150
Wow.
for being a commercial pilot, but ATPL, which is an airline transport pilot, you need about 1,000 hours.
Wow,
So you need
okay.
to build hours. Even if you're already a commercial pilot license holder, you still need to build few more hours being an instructor.
Sure.
In most of the schools, that's what's happening.
So it seems like you guys really have aviation in your blood. Do you feel it as well? I'm sure you do, Chris.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really in your blood.
Yeah, when we see aircrafts, even though we've been in the industry for so long, it still gives you that kind of excitement. You want to go to this air show, you want to go see this kind of airlines, you want to go plane spotting. So it really,
Plane spotting.
yes, yeah. So there's a certain group that we do this, that we shoot just to show the beauty of the aircraft itself, because the way it is designed and it works is really amazing, that we really appreciate on our field.
Sure, I mean, it really is a work of art and science, no? To have these beautiful crafts, man-made, and they're heavy. You
Yes,
wouldn't think that
that's correct,
you'd
yeah.
be able to go up in the air. But they are really things of beauty. Now, interesting in Jackie's case, she's a female pilot. You guys, are there females now flying commercially, like captains and things like that?
Yes, I think a lot of airlines has a lot of female captains, and in the group that we have, the plane spotter group, they keep on featuring this female group. There's even a group that is already the pilot in command, the co-pilot, the first officers are all women. And even in military aviation, there's also a lot of helicopter pilots are women, and also in fixed wing aircraft. So there is, even in Bulacan, you could see a lot of women that's starting to train just like mom to become a pilot in fixed wing and rotary wing.
And it is a wonderful thing, no? Because traditionally aviation has been a really male-dominated
Yes.
industry. Or I mean, that is a fact. Now it's nice to see women coming up, and actually, as you said, imagine being captain and co-pilot and first officer, no? And then an all-female crew. Now, my last question before we jump into Global Reacts and what you guys do, what advantage, if any, does a female pilot have over? I hate to sound like to bring it to the realm of being gender, like a
Yes.
gender thing. But do females have any advantage over males when it comes to being a pilot? Maybe temperament, that kind of thing.
I think it's just basically the same.
Yeah.
What men can do,
Sure.
women can do now. But focusing more on some of the minute details, probably inside the cockpit. And we are focused more on, let's say, when you're flying, before you fly, you submit, of course, everything to the tower. It's very little details that we are very keen to. So I guess that's one of the benefits, or
Meticulous.
very
Yeah.
meticulous.
I would
So-
agree on that because women, when we see women training as a pilot, you could see that their focus and you know how men, especially if they have a lot of hours already, they're a little bit relaxed on those things.
Maybe a little cocky.
But women,
a
you know,
little
yes,
cocky.
that's correct. You can see women when they do, even how they dress, you can see that they really appreciate the value of having putting on the uniform to become a pilot. So that's probably one of the advantages of.
And I guess maybe women, because you are breaking a glass barrier here now, penetrating a traditionally male-dominated arena. So I guess that's in the subconscious as well. You want to really show the
Yes,
males, hey,
you-
no, I'm as good as you,
Yes.
even better. No?
You prove to them
Prove to them.
that you can.
Now, later when you talk about MRO, maintenance, repair, overhaul, I want to ask you also if you do have females getting interested in that, because that's
Yes.
something also engineering,
Yes.
also very male-dominated, no?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Global Creacts first. Jackie, what is this company all about?
Global Creacts is actually focused on giving training services, training to most of the AMT graduates already. So this is just additional.
AMT, aircraft maintenance technician. Okay.
Yes. So this is just additional skills we are honing. We are trying to give them enough exposure, give them enough hand skills that they really need when they go out to the real world and face bigger MROs.
Okay, okay.
So we offer cabin mechanic in cognate with sheet metal, because in most cases in other schools you may only see cabin mechanics training, focus on that only. But here we offer cabin mechanics training in cognate with sheet metal. So just in case there would be any job positions, job openings that are looking for sheet metal, then they are already dually,
So you kind of improve and increase their skill set.
yes.
Now, your partner, Global Creacts, is a partner of DPR PATS.
PATS.
What is that? I mean, what do you guys provide? You provide the training.
Yes, basically when we work out together, most of our graduates, that's our main aim, is that our graduates will be able to have a capability to work in the airline, and Global Creacts become the bridge. Because normally, when you graduate as an AMT, aircraft maintenance technician,
Which is what you guys graduate. You guys graduate
that's
AMTs,
correct.
all right?
So even if you have a license, because after you graduate, you take the licensure examination under the AEB and CAAP, it becomes a little bit of a hindrance that you don't have enough experience, that you have to start in general aviation, small aircrafts, but Global Creacts become the bridge to connect the graduates and became qualified immediately in the airline industry. So it's a very big factor that Global Creacts help us on that part.
No. So what you're saying is that your aircraft maintenance technicians graduating from DPR PATS, when they graduate, they can't go right away. It's very difficult for them to go right away to the big airlines.
Yes.
They have to start first, of course, experience,
Yes.
hands-on,
Yes.
do the dirty work still in small
Yes.
aircraft. Now, how are you able to? What kind of training do you guys provide to allow them to maybe shortcut this process?
Aside from giving them enough exposure,
What do you mean by exposure?
we provide aircraft cleaners to Singapore Airlines
Okay.
in Clark, Pampanga.
Okay.
So that is really one way for these fresh graduates to have exposure right away. And then we give them additional trainings, because aside from the things that they learn from the school, like the 4-year or the 2-year course, they need additional certifications, let's say for human factors, for safety management. So everything that we build in our stage will be used in the real world when they get a job.
So okay, these certifications, you help them with this. So, but you make it, what you're saying is you make it more convenient now for the
Yes.
student to acquire all these requirements for them
Yes.
to move on and
Yes.
work with the major airlines, international
Yes.
airlines.
And basically,
Interesting.
when our students go to their training, they undergo the in-class level 1, then they go to the level 2, which is hands-on training, and then the level 3, when they go to Singapore Airlines to work already, they earn already. So that's how the students are very much focusing on their career. Although you could see that this can be offered also in general aviation, but mostly when you do the training in small aircrafts, it will be on your own pocket to handle yourself, to support yourself
Yes,
financially.
yes.
But Global Creacs give us the opportunity that these students are actually supporting themselves while they're working, their training. It serves as a stepping stone for them to build their career
So parang
onwards.
you guys give them an opportunity for some on the job training. You provide, like you're a placement. You place them in you find location placements for them in companies, airlines.
Just to
where-
correct you, sir, sorry,
Sure,
we
sure,
are not a
please.
placement.
No, I mean, it's a
firm.
layman- it's a
Yes,
layperson's
it's just a
term.
label.
Yeah.
But we are a vendor
Okay.
to Singapore Airlines. So if they need aircraft cleaners, because this is just a
Okay,
stepping stone
Okay. They approach you guys.
Yes.
And then you guys source them
from them also.
Yeah. Do you guys take from other schools? So let's say
Yes, we do
other,
also.
Let's say other people want to approach you, other AMTs
Yes.
approach you.
We actually have trainees now coming from as far as Mindanao, from Visayas also. So it's not just from their school, from the PR PATS. We accept from any school, just as long as they are a AMT graduates.
How is the demand now for these kinds of manpower? Is it growing?
It is
Yeah.
definitely growing because, as you can see, most of the airlines are actually purchasing more and more aircrafts or leasing more and more aircrafts. So they need more manpower to actually work on some aircrafts. It's not just the inside, the cabin that they're working on. It's also the outside. So they need sanders, strippers, painters. So it's for one entire Airbus,
Yes,
sir,
that's right.
it would require how many?
50, 60.
50, even up to 100
Even
Wow.
men.
Yeah.
Because
Because
some,
the aircraft is so big, and then as you know that the travelers right now, there's a lot of people who would like to travel, and the best way to do that is airline, because that's the safest way for you to go from one place to another. And all of these aircraft will have to go through maintenance.
Checks.
There can be an A check, B check, D check, or C check, and a lot of people will be required to finish their job because they have to finish their job quickly because time costs money. So the MRO need people to do the job for
Sure,
them
sure.
and make the airline keep on flying and everything like that, and safely.
Global Creacs helps you this. Interesting name, Global Creacs. What does it stand for?
Global CREACS. CREACS is Creative Aviation Training Services. It actually started years ago, but now this is a merger between our two bosses. So it's Global CREACS. Now we just introduced this just this year, 2016, but we already had trainees before who are already outside the country.
And you guys founded this company because you saw nga that there is this gap
Yes.
between the educational institutions and the end user, which would be the companies, the airlines. The
Yes.
gap, and you guys kind of bridge the gap.
Yes.
In the
They really
how come
need-
you guys can do it yourselves? How come you need if you want me asking, how
Yes.
come you need a company like Global Creacs?
Well, number one is that they have the immediate, as what Ma'am Jackie said, they're the vendor.
Yeah.
And us is an approved training organization.
Yes.
So we don't offer directly in the maintenance side of the aircraft, but that's their side because under the regulations of aviation, also the CAAP, it's a separate thing. It's an airline industry, an MRO training organization. So basically what we do is look for these individuals or these organizations that directly is involved in the maintenance side of the aviation field. And the way they do it is not that strenuous, that the students will be able to be, when they graduate very young age, they can have already an opportunity. And it's a very big issue, thing for us, a big help.
And it's good that you guys concentrate on the education.
Yes.
And you kind of outsource this to
Yes.
companies like Global Creacs. So are there
Yeah.
many companies like yours around? Do you have competitors?
I believe so,
Yeah.
but I will not be naming
Sure.
naming the
Yeah.
other companies' names. But yes, there are other companies who provide the same services and who also provide people to certain MROs.
Yes, and I understand this year you've already you're launching some new courses, right?
Yes.
You already have maintenance and repair overhaul, but you are launching in the flight attendant
Yes.
category naman,
Yes.
which we'll be talking about later.
Yes.
Yes.
We are already introducing some seminars and workshops for the flight attendant program, and then later on you will be able to delve deeper into some of the details.
Now, you guys aren't a school. DPR PATS is a school, but you're a you call yourselves a training center.
Yes,
So
we
this-
are
yeah.
actually their satellite school here in Manila.
Where do you have operations aside from Manila? You said you have an outfit in Clark, or
That's just an office there,
Okay.
where most of the exposed trainees go to. So there we have a staff house there.
but most of your seminars and lectures
Here
are
in
here in
Manila,
Manila.
yes.
Great, great. So in a while, we're going to meet naman some of your trainees and
Yes.
students who are training to be aircraft maintenance technicians.
Yes.
Good, good. So guys, stay tuned because more of careers in aviation industry, in the aviation industry, when Philippines Uncut returns. Okay.